we were able to work the tricep without using a lot of weight and with hardly any strain on your elbows. Hey man, Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. All right, this video is video number 5 of my TRICON series. So I'm gonna take you through a tricep workout, how to get triceps of steel if you're a man over 40. With this workout, we're gonna go through 2 of my different types of TRICON sets. Now, if you are familiar with those, great. You can get right into the workout. You'll know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. If you don't know what my TRICON sets are and you haven't ever done any or you've never even heard of them, make sure you go back and watch video 1 of this 6-part series. So I'm basically breaking down a TRICON workout for all body parts, but in the very first video, I explain what TRICON sets are, why I created them, how I created them, what the benefits are, and all of those things. There's a ton of benefits for guys over 40 to utilize the TRICON sets. So for that reason, they're incorporated into most of my programs that I design and with a lot of my guys that I train. So keep that in mind when you're watching these exercises. Now, when it comes to triceps, there's a lot of different types of exercises I could have gone with. These are 2 that I really like the combination of these, and I'll explain why when we're getting into the workout. But the first one we're gonna do is on a cable system. Now, if you don't have a cable system, let's say you're training at home, you can do most cable exercises with resistance bands. Just make sure you're using heavy enough bands because a TRICON set is 9 total reps. You're gonna do 3 full range of motion reps, 3 reps in the middle that have isometric holds or isometric stretches. I threw that in there because that's gonna be the first exercise. It's a TRICON-S. For TRICON stretch. I will explain the benefits of these, but make sure that you're doing the TRICONs correctly and you're staying within that 2-second to 4-second static hold range if you are a beginner. If you're an advanced lifter, it's gonna be 10 seconds. You're gonna do 3 10-second holds if you're advanced. So you wanna make sure you're choosing a resistance band or a weight that allows you to fail close to that 9 rep range. So again, if the weights are so light, you're stopping at 9, but you know you could continue to do another 5 to 10 if you needed to, that's too light. I want you to challenge yourself. Again, these weights are quite a bit lighter than what you would be doing if you were trying to use an overloading technique to build muscle. So again, we're using the TRICON sets, which is a time under tension solution that we're using. All right, so first exercise, we're gonna do low cables. This is a TRICON-S, meaning stretch. So the thing about that is we're really focused on stretching the triceps. Let me get over here. You'll see my triceps fully stretched. This is the most they can be stretched. Now they're being stretched under load. The weight is pulling constantly down at the bottom position. So this can lead to something called stretch-mediated hypertrophy. So that's where the primary benefit comes from here. It also allows you to get a full stretch, full range of motion for those joints to help with some joint stability and help improve some joint mobility. All right, so here's a standard TRICON-S set. Full range of motion, 2 for the first 3 reps. And then we're gonna 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007. Again, 10 seconds is advanced, 8, 9, 10, right back to the top. Nice stretch that's being loaded, 1,001, 1,002, 3. Really focus on feeling the stretch in your triceps. That's gonna make a big difference on the optimization of this exercise. 1 more will be the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After the 3 holds, then we're gonna do your 3 full range of motion reps using a slower cadence. 1,001, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how a TRICON-S should look. One set, rest 90 seconds before moving on to the next set. So typically with these workouts that I'm doing for my TRICON series, they're straight sets. So you're doing all 3 sets for one exercise, then moving on to the second exercise, do all 3, then the third. And for this, we're actually going to do 3 exercises and that's it, but that's gonna be sufficient for your triceps. Now, another benefit of doing this one first, we were able to work the tricep without using a lot of weight and with hardly any strain on your elbows. So now what I want you to do is go into a compound exercise. Now, one of my favorites for triceps is close grip tricep press. Now, one of the key things here, let me use a weight that's not too heavy so I can kind of demonstrate and break down for you the differences between a close grip press and a chest press, because there's a big difference here. So what I want you to do when you're doing this exercise, we're gonna tuck those elbows in. That's gonna help keep your shoulders safer as well. And then I want you to initiate the bend at the elbows. You'll see my elbows bending, 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 bending. Right here at the bottom, now I'm just gonna extend the dumbbells back up by straightening up my arms again. Just like that. Now the difference between that, let me show you one more of these. Bending at the elbows, nice stretch, push. Now, what you see a lot of people doing when they're doing this is they're still stretching at the chest and the shoulders. Even a close grip can still target the chest more than you want. See my shoulders coming down, my shoulders coming down, my shoulders coming down. Now I feel this in my shoulders and in my chest, and that's not the goal with this exercise. The goal is to maximize the feeling in your triceps, the full stretch of the triceps and full contraction of your triceps. All right, so again, shoulders, 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 elbows all the way down. You'll see the full stretch and then press. Well, now it's bending at the elbows. We're bending, bending, and extending. All right, so about 8 to 12 repetitions with this exercise is going to be sufficient for stimulating some muscle growth. So again, this is a compound exercise. Compound exercise, you're gonna be able to load up with a little bit more weight than you would with one of the other isolation exercises I'm showing you. You're not gonna need near as much weight with this one though, compared to doing this as the first exercise. That's why I structured it as the second exercise in this sequence. We pre-exhausted using a stretch technique, got a lot of blood flow in the triceps, we got some activation in the triceps. We opened up those elbows a little bit to keep your elbows safe. Then we went into a heavier compound movement. So again, 8 to 12 repetitions is heavy enough. If you choose a weight, you can't get 8 reps, it's too heavy. Choose a weight and you can get 18 reps, 20 reps, it's too light. So make sure you're failing within that rep range I'm giving you. All right, now the third exercise is a kickback exercise. So I'm not a big fan of tricep kickbacks with dumbbells. I've done a lot of videos on that, explaining how that's a really bad exercise. It's not an effective exercise because there's a lot of places in that movement to where you're not getting any resistance on the muscle you're trying to work, which is the triceps. However, doing a tricep kickback on a cable system is gonna bring continuous tension. Again, it could be the cable or a resistance band. But basically to do this kickback, we're also going to incorporate my standard TRICON set. So the standard TRICON sets are you get the muscle in the shortest position possible. In this case, a tricep is fully stretched here. As you extend your elbow, it's fully contracted right at the bottom. Well, you want to get into that fully contracted, shortened muscle position, and you want the isometric holds to be in that bottom position. So that's my standard TRICON here. I like to use this off hand here to just kind of support my lower back when I'm doing these, get a good stretch, and then bring your elbow out slightly above your back and then maintain that position. And then 1, regular, 2, and I'll do the 5-second holds here to get through this video quicker. And then squeeze, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Slow and under control. And then second, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really focus on contracting the tricep. Again, anywhere between 2 to 10 seconds, depending on your fitness level. 3, 4, 5. Nice stretch. And then your 3 full range of motion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. We'll do one more. 4. And there you go. You should definitely feel your triceps. They should feel like they're gonna pop. There's so much blood in there at this moment after doing all these exercises, after doing all of the sets. Now, quickly before I end this video, if you're just starting out doing these, make sure you stick to 1 or 2 sets of each of these. If you're more advanced and this is really easy for you, make sure you're using challenging enough weights and then enough volume. So some people need more volume than others. Some can do 4 total sets for triceps and grow. Others may need 12. So just kind of gauge your tolerance, but start with the minimal amount. Do 1 or 2 sets of each of these. See what you feel like in the next day and the 2 days after that. Extremely sore, stick with that. If you feel nothing at all and you're not fatigued, that was way too easy, add a 3rd set and then assess your tolerance after that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, man, get busy, get after it, and God bless.